Hello everybody and welcome to Drawing with Waffles. Today we are going to be drawing something from a tale as old as time. It's Belle from Beauty and the Beast, guys! Woo! People keep requesting this and I've started building up these requests and it's about 4 of them and then some of them are 5 months old, so it's about time I got around to it. I mean, Belle's like a Disney princess, so it's not like I was avoiding drawing Belle. I don't know, never got around to it. The last time I remember drawing Belle from Beauty and the Beast was, I think, 2 years ago. I'll have a link to that because that's a picture you might like to see. I don't want to say it's beautiful. I don't want to say it's ugly. It's interesting. And I'll have a link either on the screen or in. I don't think I can have it on the screen because it's an external link, but it'll be in the description if you want to check that out. Anyway, now that I got all that intro stuff out of the way, let's start talking about this picture. I really love drawing dresses. I don't know if you can tell, but I really do. And I really like them for 2 reasons. First reason is dresses are way easier to draw than legs, but I also do like drawing legs, but I'm just talking about the reasons I like drawing dresses, and one of them is because they're easier than drawing legs. The other reason is because it's a lot easier to make a big poofy dress look like the way it's supposed to look, as opposed to pants or a shorter skirt or something. Just because as long as it looks sort of like a half circle and then it's a little bit poofed out at the bottom, it looks like a dress. And it's you really can't go wrong when you're drawing a dress. And I feel like even if you just did half a circle at the bottom when you're drawing a stick man, someone would be like, oh, she's wearing a princess dress or a ball gown or something. And you're like, yes, she is. Thank you very much for noticing. See, dresses are simple and they're easy to draw, and people will understand what you're looking at when they look at your drawings, and I just love that about them. It doesn't take any brain effort. You just, oh, it's a dress. I mean, some people might think that's stupid because it doesn't take brain effort. They want, when they look at my art, they question morality and the physical side effects of life. But no, my art is I want you to look at mine and say, pretty. There's something about her face. In the first sketch, it was fine because, the first sketch is, really plain and you can't really see what's going on. In the second sketch, her face looked kind of cute and she was, doing a little smirk. And, I don't know, it did not translate well into the line art. I didn't even notice until I was done drawing this, but she, looks really angry and I don't know what I don't know, it's just trying to do a sexy face or something and it just ain't working. She looks kind of angry and I'm not too awesomely happy with that. She just looks too smug. I just got lost somewhere. Just adding the little ruffles at the bottom of her skirt to make her look more like Belle. And basically every other drawing that I've ever done in my entire life, I had some hand troubles and I drew the hands 30 or 40, 57 times. I think every artist has this problem with the hands because they're the most complicated part of the body. If the hands were just one big party, I don't know if that would be a problem. But I don't know, maybe I just need to buy an anatomy book on hands. On my newest edition of this art magazine I get, they had in the back there was a thing on hands and how to draw hands. I probably should have read it a little bit more in depth. I was just kind of skimming through it. Probably would have been a lot more helpful if I just actually read it instead of looking at the pictures. Yeah, as soon as I'm done recording this, I'm gonna go revisit that magazine. The hand that I finally settled with, holding the rose, settling is the proper word. Yeah. I tried to put the rose near the bottom of the hand it was slipping so it got caught at the bottom of the thumb, where the thumb would be holding it, but the rose just looks way too low and I probably should have just moved it up more to the fingers, just like her face. It's kind of too late to fix it now. Dang it. Coloring her skin is fun to do, and I added a little bit of shading to it just to show which objects or which parts of her body were farther or closer to you and which were more hidden behind her hair and the shadows of her hair. I don't know if that made any sense, but yeah, and I did a blush and I did her lips in the same color as the blush. Yeah. And of course, to stay true to the movie, I decided to color her dress yellow because that is the color that the dress is. And I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but this is my absolutely top #1 favorite Disney dress ever in any movie ever. Yeah. I've loved it since I was 6, so yeah. I just love the big poofiness, and I'm not crazy about the gloves, but that's not part of the dress, so I don't really care. And I like the poofies on her sleeves, and I like the way it hugs her body, and I love the little ruffles all around it. Yes, it's awesome, okay? Just beautifully awesome. And I added a little bit of shading to the dress around her body, like where it's hugging her body, because it would be a little bit wrinklier if it's tighter, so it would make little bumps in the wrinkles, which need to be shaded, or they don't really look like wrinkles and they just look like weird lumpies on her body. No one wants a lumpy body, okay? And I also added a little glitter like I did to the aerial picture I did last week. I didn't leave it as bright as I did last week. I put it on really bright, like you'll see right now, but later on I lower the opacity of that because I didn't like the way the white was contrasting with the yellow, because yellow is really close to white, so it wasn't going to work that well anyway. So I just lowered the opacity so it's kind of a texture instead of like in your face, I'm shiny and glittery, dude. Yeah. I think this is where I noticed that I messed up on the face and I'm trying to fix it and it didn't work, and then I move on to the hair. Adding just subtle highlights where her curls are sticking out the most, so that because that's where the light would be hitting it and shining. You know, I'm filling in the color of the rose. I tried a little something different with the liner and colored it a lighter color like I did last week with the aerial pictures, but I decided that it only really looked good at the top because that's where like the light would be hitting the top of the little petals, so that would be brighter than the rest of it, so I went with something like that. Now I'm just coloring in the eyes and adding like the highlight and the shading to the eyeball part. Anyway, I think this video is just about on its last couple seconds, so I'm just gonna thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, even with its little defects, you know, it's still kind of beautiful, so, I mean, I didn't mean to say that like I'm a big head and like, it's beautiful, but I meant like, you know, it turned out okay, and it's worth looking at, or for like maybe 2 seconds, not quite 3, but 2, and I hope you guys all have a delicious evening full of waffles! Bye!